I want to tell you something about myself. I was scrolling through Netflix, bored, nothing was catching my attention, and then a clip appeared as a recommendation. It was a Chinese historical drama. I almost kept scrolling. I told myself I'll just watch a few minutes because who is in their right mind has time for a 40-part drama, 40 episodes? Like, who has time for that? That was several weeks ago. I have now watched all 40 episodes and then immediately started again from episode 1. The show is called Pursuit of Jade, known in Chinese as Zhu Yu. And I'm here to tell you exactly what happened to me in the first 10 episodes and why it will probably happen to you too. So, what is Pursuit of Jade? It's a 2026 Chinese historical romance drama, 40 episodes, roughly 45 minutes each. It's currently on Netflix globally and it has been breaking viewing records in China since it's dropped earlier this year. It stars Zhang Linghe and Chen Xiwei. If those names mean nothing to you yet, they will by the end of this video. And if you've watched Story of Kunning Palace or New Life Begins, you already know exactly what these two are capable of together. This is their third collaboration, and it's the one where everything they've built pays off. The setup is this. Fan Changyu is a butcher's daughter, orphaned, pragmatic, and sharp in a way that makes everyone around her slightly uncomfortable. Chang-yoo is a fallen marquis living under a false name, carrying a blood-feud 17 years old that he has never once stopped planning to resolve. They meet in a snowstorm. They enter a marriage of convenience, neither expecting anything from the other. Well, that is the door. What is behind the door is a story about identity, loyalty, and what it costs to love someone when you are already in the middle of your own war. The original Chinese title, Joo-Yoo, translates roughly as pale jade, something formed under pressure, something that takes time to reveal its true value. And I'm going to come back to that. I want to talk about Fan Changyu because she is the reason this show works, and she's the reason I think it deserves to be taken seriously. Here's the problem with most female leads in romance drama, and I mean across every culture, every platform, every language. They are defined by the love story, and I'll explain to you what I mean by that. Usually, their entire arc exists in relation to the male lead. Who they were before he arrived is established quickly and then largely forgotten the moment the relationship begins. A Fan Changyu does not do this. In the first 10 episodes, before the love story has even properly begun, we understand exactly who she is, her priorities in life, her logic, a particular kind of intelligence. The way she makes decisions quickly and practically, without self pity and without waiting for someone else to solve the problem. And crucially, the show never asks you to admire her for being strong. It just shows you a woman who knows exactly what she wants and goes about getting it quietly, specifically, and without announcement. That's my kind of girl. Xiwei plays this with a restraint that takes real skill, and that's my honest opinion. There are moments in the first 3 episodes where everything Fan Changyu is feeling is happening entirely behind her eyes. No dramatic music, no close up that lingers too long. Just a woman thinking, and you see all of it. This is not easy to do. Most actors reach for the obvious choice, but for her, she consistently reaches for the right one. If you've ever watched a romance drama and felt frustrated because the female lead seemed to disappear once the relationship started, this show was written specifically to destroy that frustration. Fan Changyu does not disappear. She, I tell you, she is the story. If this is your first time here, welcome to the review room. I'm Kay, and this is where world cinema gets the review it deserves. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the episodes. Episodes 11 to 20 breakdown coming next week. And if you want my full world cinema watch list, 40 titles across 8 cultures with honest verdicts on every single one, the link in the description is for you. It costs about £9, but it's worth every penny. Now, the question every C-drama, that's Chinese drama viewer, asks within the first 2 episodes: does the chemistry actually work? Jang Ling-he and Xiwei have worked together twice before this, and both times it worked. But this is different because, you see, in both previous shows, the romantic dynamic established itself fairly quickly. In Pursuit of Jade, they spend a significant part of the first 10 episodes in a marriage that neither of them has chosen to treat as real. Under that restraint, that deliberate, patient withholding of the obvious is exactly where the tension lies. There is a scene, I won't tell you exactly when, where Chang-yoo looks at Fan Changyu and something shifts. Not dramatically, not with a swell of music, just something that shifts. Jang Ling-huh plays it so quietly that you almost miss it. Almost. The familiarity between these two actors and the ease that comes from having done this before means that the show can afford to go slowly. Because you already believe they know each other, even as characters are pretending they don't. By episode 10, the fake marriage has not yet become a real one, but you're already completely invested in the question of when it will. Chemistry question answered. Yes, completely, unreservedly so. After 10 episodes, here's where we stand. The setup is exceptional. The female lead is exceptional. The chemistry is absolutely there. The production, the costume, the location, the cinematography of every outdoor scene is operating at a level that would embarrass most Western period dramas with 3 times the budget. You see, what these first 10 episodes promise is a show that knows exactly what it is and has both the craft and the patience to deliver it. My episodes 1 to 10 verdict from the review room is 4.5 out of 5. The missing half belongs to the war hack. I know it's coming. I know from having watched all the 40 episodes, almost twice now, that it earns everything it promises. But right now, at episode 10, we are still building. And I want to give the full 5 to the thing that deserves the full 5, which means come back for the next episode, from episode 11 to 20. Because that's where Pursuit of Joo-Yoo stops being a very good show and becomes something I'm still thinking about when I'm not watching. And that is completely different category. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Kay, and this is the review room at Review Room UK. We film, we review film, television, books, and music from every corner of the world: Nigerian cinema, Chinese drama, Korean thrillers, Indian storytelling, South African series, and everything in between. No hype, no hot takes for the algorithm, just honest, considered verdicts. If Pursuit of Jade has you wanting to know what else is worth watching, I've built a watch list: 40 titles, 8 cultures, every single one reviewed and rated by this room. The link is in the description. It's only £9 with instant download. It will keep you busy for the rest of the year. Subscribe so you don't miss the part 2 breakdown. Drop your episode 10 reaction in the comments. I want to know if you caught the same moment I did. The review room. The room has spoken. See you next time.